Okay, this is the final interview for tonight because it's getting pretty late and we're all getting pretty tired. We've had a very successful campaign in Uzbekistan at the Asia Oceania titles, and we're heading back to Australia. And sitting next to me here is the president of the Australian Sports Sambo or Sambo Federation, Saba.
Nice to meet you guys.
So Saba, how long have you been involved in Sambo?
I developed Sambo in Australia about 7 years. 5 years officially, we registered Federation Sambo Australia and start develop different state federation. Now we have I think 5 federation, 100% Western Australia, South Australia, Victoria, Queensland, and New South Wales. Yes, 5.
Great. And so how many trips overseas have we had in that time, so for championships?
We have February for international championship. This is a
this year, February?
August, this beach sambo in Singapore. Next in Korea, next international in November, but before we need to organize our nationals competition, and very important events in May. This is national camp in Victoria, because more athletes, we organize special cheaper price for our athletes, referee,
so
coach.
have you got a date on that?
Yeah,
on
all information.
Camp?
Yeah, all information. This 22-24 May. All information in our Facebook page and website.
Okay, 22nd to the 24th of May in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Great.
Near to Melbourne, this is Santano, this small country town. We organized there because our celebrity.
Sorry, what was the town?
Santano. I don't know what is pronunciation, but you can
put it in
see
the
it.
description. Yeah. So, what's your view on our campaign this last week? How do you think it went?
I'm really happy because 3 years I preparing blind team for Paralympic, and I'm happy what guys support me, because before I doing focus for my state, South Australia, and couple athletes potentially can represent our country but cannot change weights and have couple problem. Other guy, he's live in Melbourne, he's young, is really good, but he's shy, is not confident.
Yeah,
and
so
I'm really happy what you represent our country in the
well, that's partly why we're doing this, is to try to put it out there, and it is hard to have confidence, you know, in, like, it's one thing that you actually have to overcome. You know, sometimes you just have to bite the bullet when you have a disability. But I totally understand that the young guy is, you know, he's a little bit shy and not confident. But I think, you know, because we had such a successful campaign this time around, do you think he will be enthusiastic about that?
Yeah, I will be so happy if you will share your experience about this, because I think we can organize more athletes who will be represented our country, same discipline, same sport.
Yeah, and it's an international drive to get blind athletes into the sport of Sambo, isn't it? Like, I was amazed at how many people were there. It was huge. It was amazing.
Yeah, this is so
like,
popular.
Do you know how many blind athletes there were? Or, like, there was 6 in my division, which was the under 70.
In the world?
No, not in the world, just in our competition.
Yeah.
I think there were 3 weight classes. I had 6. There was 5, and I'm not sure what the heavier weights were.
This is continental competition, but you can think about how many athletes will be in the world competition.
In the world competition.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be a lot more than what we had this time around.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, like when I was doing jiu-jitsu, the World Combat Games, the blind athletes, there was only 8 athletes over two divisions. So yeah, it's a massive difference.
Here is 2 divisions too. Yes or no?
There were three weight divisions.
Oh, 3 weight divisions.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and the quality, what was the quality like? What, in your honest opinion?
Quality is so good, and I want to ask you what you're feeling, because you use a special uniform for Sambo, because Sambo industry making not only uniform for combat and make a special helmet for blind athletes. What you want to say about this?
Yeah, I thought
it's a good idea.
Well, you know, honestly, at first I thought, oh, why do I have to wear a helmet? Because I just, you know, I do jiu-jitsu, I've never worn a helmet, and I thought it might impede my hearing, or sometimes I feel like air pressure, or I feel warmth and things through my eyes, so I thought it might actually impede that. But you know, just a bit of practice with it, with wrestling with Jimmy and Sam, I found I didn't even notice it after a while. You know, it didn't do anything. So, and it actually gave me a bit of freedom, because I don't have to worry about my head movement so much, and yeah, collisions, and it was a very safe thing. And I thought, well, it's okay for me to say I don't want to wear a helmet, but there's other people out there who might have, you know, had things, for instance, like a detached retina. They might have neurological issues with their eyes, and those people actually, you know, really benefit from the helmet. Yeah. And for me, there's no problem. It's actually, I actually feel confident in the helmet. So yeah, I like that. And I like that they've made something specific to encourage blind people to move into the sport. Like, they've really accommodated this. And there's also been minor rule changes as well. Like, we start holding collar and holding cuff, so we start touching. But that's really the only rule change I think there is. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I can't think of any other.
Yeah.
Because it's a very accessible sport for blind people, you know, any type of grappling.
I think with you we will be better develop Paralympic sport, because our focus is for Brisbane 32.
Yep.
And we develop 2 different disciplines, Sambo and Paralympic Sambo. Yeah. Yeah,
so that's FIAS's drive to make Sambo and blind Sambo in the Paralympics, Olympic sport, because currently it isn't there yet. But it's coming.
You talk with President Paralympic Sambo, yeah? You talk about his project in the future.
What's his name?
Ramon.
Ramon, that's right. I met him a couple of times. He was a nice fellow. Yeah. So that's good. And then the organisation, the stay, what did you find?
I regularly 4 times per year visit. For me, this is not news.
You live there.
Yeah, I like this atmosphere, and more athletes and coach who is fly with me before say absolutely amazing atmosphere. It's different waters, different sport. Like, for example, my athletes who is first time represent the Sambo in South Korea say what is different. This is more similar, like brotherhood. People support each other. Yeah, this is your example.
It was very collegial. You know, everyone was talking. There was no animosity. There was, behind the scenes, there was no competition. The competition was all out on the mat. Super hard competition out on the mat.
Yeah.
But behind that wall, it was really. I mean, it was good for me to talk, because often I don't get to talk to other blind people in my regular life. You know, I don't face to face see that many other blind people. So it was really good. You know, it's like a brotherhood.
You really example for people who have normal vision. What you fly to different country, represented self in competition. You're looking a different area, but some people sit at home, no practice martial arts, not looking for health, you know, absolutely not follow for normal lifestyle, and don't see not different country, don't see a different state.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know, hopefully it can act as an inspiration for some people to get off the couch and get out there and train.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Thanks, Saba.
Thank you so much for your interview.
Have a good flight.
You too.